Welcome back to the Smart Money Mama Show. I'm Chelsea, and today we're talking about one simple hack that'll make your budget work better with your life. But before we get into that, make sure you hit subscribe below this video and hit the little bell so you get notified every time we release a new video. Let's get into it. I'm rocking my Motivated Mama Society sweatshirt today, and I'm excited to just pop in real quick and share an important hack with you for making sure that your budget is flexible enough to actually work with your life. And that hack is one budget category that is going to change your budgeting experience for the better. That category, stuff I forgot to budget for. Seriously, I want you to have a line item in your budget called stuff I forgot to budget for. Attribute $20, $50, whatever you think is acceptable into that account so that every month you've got some wiggle room, because there's no such thing as a normal month. There's not. There's always things that come up. And so what I want you to do with that account, you're going to have a line item in your budget, stuff I forgot to budget for. Stuff's going to pop up throughout the month. Maybe you end up having your parents over for dinner, or you host a dinner party and you spend a little bit more money on groceries than you expected. And so now you need a little bit of extra cash to cover your grocery differential. Take that money out of stuff I forgot to budget for, move it into groceries, and move on with your life. Okay? Or you have some esoteric expense that doesn't happen all the time. I'm not quite sure what type of things that these might be, but just little things that pop up and you're not sure where to categorize them in your budget, and you get frustrated and you don't want to create a new line item and you don't know where to put it. Those perfectionists, I'm feeling your energy right now. I'm feeling that perfectionist energy. All I want you to do is put it in stuff I forgot to budget for. Move on with your life. Just continue on. And as that category builds up, and so if you use something like YNAB that rolls over what you've contributed every single month, set an amount that's enough in that category. In our house, it's like $300 or $400. We'll leave it and we'll stop adding new money to that category until something unexpected pops up. But you have to have flexibility in your budget. Like I said a few minutes ago, there's no such thing as a normal month. There's no such thing as normal in our lives, right? Things change. And so our budget has to be flexible enough to work with that. And having that stuff I forgot to get budget for category creates a little bit of a catch-all. Now, there's one thing I do want you to keep in mind, and that is if every single month you are spending all the money in the stuff I forgot to budget for category, or you're overspending in that account, right? You're finding a lot of expenses that aren't allocated in your budget. I want you to do a monthly review at the end of the month. Sit down and look through those transactions. Is there another line item you have to add to your budget? Do you have to adjust your grocery budget or your fuel budget to account for the fact that you've been overspending in that budget every single month for 3 months and it keeps falling into stuff I forgot to budget for? Use it as a indicator of whether your budget is working or not working, and if you need to make changes. Having to make changes does not mean that you are bad at budgeting. It does not mean that your budget is broken. It just means that you're learning your lifestyle, and you're figuring out how to attribute your money in alignment with your life and with your values. Can you make changes to eliminate some of those expenses? Absolutely. But for the ones that you can't, you want to make sure money is there when you need it. So use that as an indicator for how things are going. I told you today was a quick tip. That literally was the whole tip. Create a stuff I forgot to budget for line item in your budget, and tell me if you've used this budget category before, or if you've seen it. I know when you download YNAB, it is a automatic category that they have in there, and YNAB is our favorite budgeting tool, and so I know a lot of you have tried it. If you've seen it and weren't quite sure what to do with it, let me know, because I want to hear how you implement it in the way that we're suggesting, which is using it as a pool of money to cover any overspending and to cover those esoteric expenses so that you don't get bogged down. Budgeting should not be stressful. Budgeting should really feel like you are making conscious choices about where you want your money to go, that you're feeling good about how you spend your money, and that you're moving closer to the life you want and how you want to feel. It's a powerful, powerful thing. So go set that budget category up. If you have any questions, shoot me an email and let me know. And just as a heads up, this is the type of stuff we talk about in the Motivated Mama Society all the time. Figuring out how to make your budget align with your life. Figuring out how to fix your mindset and understand your goals. Not to set goals based on what somebody tells you to do, right? Like you're supposed to get out of debt, you're supposed to save for retirement, but setting your goals based on what do you really want your life to look like? Because those goals are way more meaningful, way easier to stick to long term. And so then how do we build wealth to get to those goals? That's what the Motivated Mama Society is all about. If you want to check it out, there's a link below this video. Otherwise, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, mamas.